Hey guys, welcome to another vlog. Today is the 50th National Day of the UAE, and today I thought I'd share my story of growing up in Dubai. My family has been here for the whole almost 50 years, so I thought I'd share some of my experience about how growing up in Dubai was and how Dubai has completely transformed in the last 20 years, I'd say, massively. So let's get on with the story. So my dad actually moved here back in 1975, I want to say, or 1976, something like that. He actually moved to Fujairah for a job in advertising. My dad was a really great creative professional, and at the time my dad was telling me Dubai was considered a hardship place. The weather was really terrible, like it was super hot over here. Not everybody had air conditioning at the time. And people would pay more over here because it was considered to be a hardship country. So a lot of people from India who first moved to this country actually found it to be like a hardship area to live. Eventually, my dad climbed the ladder, grew from an art director all the way up to a creative director. And so he was the creative director for this ad agency called ISA Advertising. And that's where he met my mom. And my mom as well was living in Dubai at the time. And her dad, my grandfather, used to be the head of treasury for Emirates NBD, and that's why they moved from India to Dubai. He used to be in a very senior position in State Bank of India, and they kind of poached him to come to Dubai at the time. So both my mom and my dad were living in Dubai for almost 40 years. Pretty much very close after independence, they both moved over here. Parents got married in 81, and then I was born in 83. And when I was young, Dubai was like known in India to be like a place to move to make money, but it wasn't really the Dubai that you know today. And Dubai has transformed. A lot of Dubai previously used to be like deserted areas. Now I remember my school used to be where Sheikh Zayed Road Interchange 1 is right now. And after Trade Center, there was nothing. Like there was like Trade Center. Today, what you see is Sheikh Zayed Road, the beginning of Sheikh Zayed Road. The first building on it is the Trade Center. And after that, there was nothing. There was deserts. I'll show you some pictures of what it used to look like. Growing up over here, Dubai's infrastructure was always good. You know, like they had nice roads, they had posh buildings, but it wasn't the mega metropolis that you consider of Dubai today. And a lot of that transformation that Dubai went through is because of amazing leadership in this country. This country has had amazing, I would say, visionary leaders. Like it takes more than just money to make what Dubai has become today. And they have really transformed Dubai in multiple ways in terms of infrastructure, some of the best roads in the world, some of the best, desalination in the world, tallest buildings. Anyway, so when I was growing up in Dubai, I always planned to leave. The idea was that you can't really accomplish that much living in Dubai. Like if you want to do something world changing, you need to be somewhere else. You need to be in the US, or you need to be, in the UK or something like that. And I left Dubai when I was about 15 to move to India to complete my studies, and my plan was to go to the US after that. But circumstances changed, and after 2 years, I moved back to Dubai. So I've pretty much lived in Dubai for 36 years. So I remember when I first moved back to Dubai, there was a huge change. First of all, the whole Sheikh Zayed Road was now built with skyscrapers, and the infrastructure had changed, the way the people were thinking had changed. Just in that span of like 2-3 years that I'd left the country, there was a massive change. Like Dubai, I couldn't recognize Dubai. It had changed so much. Even though I would like come every 3-4 months for a holiday, but still like the pace of innovation was insane. And then back in, I think 2001 or so, is when they started introducing property for, expatriates to buy. And that really caused a massive boom in this whole Dubai economy. Because overnight you were seeing lots of people becoming millionaires. The prices of property escalated very, very quickly. It did cause a bit of a bubble, but the amount of foreign investment and talent and the number of people who moved into Dubai because of the opportunities that property creates. So it's not only people buying properties, selling properties, flipping properties, but the construction industry, engineering, all the infrastructure that goes around supporting all this construction also boomed at that time. And a lot of people who invested early became very, very rich quickly. It was like a interesting time to see in Dubai. I bought some property as well, which worked out well for me. In some situations, not so well in other situations. But it was really a golden era at that time for Dubai in terms of the growth that it experienced. So very soon after that, Dubai also kind of adapted their monetary strategy, right? Like they were very dependent on oil previously, the UAE government itself, for their income. And they decided to pivot and put a huge focus on travel and tourism. And you can see that that's paid off today. Dubai is one of the premier travel tourist destinations. I mean, just the amount of things that you can do in Dubai, like you'd need a couple of months just to see everything that Dubai has to offer, and that too, you just get the highlights. You won't really see each and everything because Dubai is absolutely insane if you come here to travel. I mean, everything in terms of shopping, entertainment, experiences, Dubai has got it covered. And today, I can honestly say that Dubai is a great place to be if you want to achieve something. The infrastructure is here, the facilities are here, the mindset is here. There's people who are willing to invest. The government is really strongly pushing for technology and happiness and trying to push people to be more educated and accomplish things. Like, honestly, they have a couple of directives from the government. Happiness is a big one, innovation is a big one, and you can see the government implementing different things to make that happen. Very recently, the UAE also, have changed a bunch of their laws to provide employees with more rights. And now very recently, they've even started changing the rules, allowing people to get golden visas, which encourages people to stay here longer. They're providing citizenship to some people. So, I mean, I had never imagined the day where they would provide citizenships to expatriates in UAE. And now it's the next generation's turn. My daughter Arya has just started school. And I must say, Dubai has some of the best schools, the most amazing schools that, they're expensive, but they're amazing. Put a lot of focus on improving the quality of education over here. I made videos before about why I love Dubai so much. I'll leave a link over here. But I love that Dubai is such a multicultural place. I love that Arya gets to go to school and meet, 20 different nationalities of kids. And another thing I really enjoy about living here is the government's continuous focus on trying to be the best, the biggest. It's just quite, you get desensitized to it after a while, but like it's really amazing how much they've achieved over the last 50 years. I look forward to see what happens in the next decade or a couple of decades. But this country has pretty much given me everything that I have today, and I'm really fortunate and glad to be living here. I love that the leadership is progressive in their thoughts and they're continuously working to make things better. And it's a great testament to the leadership of this country, to what they have achieved in such a short amount of time. Anyway guys, I think that's going to be it for this video. I just wanted to share my feelings today. I am an Indian citizen, but Dubai is my home. So feeling proud today that they've achieved 50 years. Bye.